Hello, friends. How is everyone doing? I hope well. Thursday, 5 o'clock. We made it almost to the end of the week, and we are going to talk about a most beautiful chakra. They all are, but this one is a favorite of mine because, well, for various reasons, but it is chakra 6, Ajna, and it is the third eye chakra, the source of illumination, not the source, but a source of illumination and perception, and really seeing the truth behind things, not just what they appear to be. So I'm thinking of that quote from Albert Einstein about imagination being more important than knowledge. I think imagination in this sense is about perception, about true perception, also about, creative ability, because you can, have a vision. This one rules vision as well, visualization. It is light, color, seeing, intuition, visualization, imagination, clairvoyance, and vision, according to the glorious Anodea, Judith. So there are a couple of different ways to do the Bija mantra for this. How I learned it was the Bija sound was SHUM, and it was like a silent K and then SHAM, Kashum, like Kajam, like Kazam, or Shazam, but Kshum. So I always say SHUM. You can also say Om, and then that leaves the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, which we'll do soon, as you go into silence then. But I like Shom. And by doing that, plus Om, I know that my, that sixth sense, the clairvoyance, the really telepathy, the intuition, for me has amplified tremendously. And sometimes that's not always great. Especially you go into a room and maybe there's a lot of negativity in the room. You can really perceive that perhaps more quickly than others do. And that, then people are like, oh, you're being too sensitive. Well, no, I am perceiving what's really going on. So, and that's why we do all the Bija sounds. We want to stay grounded and protected. And I remember reading a book, I forget her name, I'll see if I can find it, but she would talk about, like, you set the intention if you're, going into a new situation that maybe you don't know what's going on there. You say shields up, and it gives this kind of protective, it strengthens your aura really. And there are a lot of yoga moves, particularly in Kundalini, that can really help to strengthen and protect your aura. So if you find that you're quite a sensitive person, which, if you're here, you probably are, sensitive to perhaps negative energy or, really just that, then just using kind of the shields up is a great way to protect yourself, and just recognize that perhaps you're more intuitive than many people are. So we all have different gifts. I think we all have the gift of this. Some people just have more of it that they're aware of, or that they were born with, or that they've developed over time. So Now, what's great about this, so the meaning behind it is to perceive or command. And that's very interesting, that command part, because it is really where the ability to set and follow through intentions resides in many respects. And that has to do with the visualization. Like, you're commanding your mind, your ability in that way to create this world that you are visualizing on the imagination side. So super, that's just super duper important. Also, most people think, okay, it's the third eye, it's between the brow, maybe a little bit lower. I have this little dip where I always sort of thought mine was. And certainly when I chant, I feel it there. But actually, what you want to do is find that area. If you close your eyes and sort of look up, I always see kind of lights kind of falling down into this area, and then trace it back to the middle of your head, the middle of your brain. This is where the pineal gland resides. And pineal gland is the gland that produces melatonin, helps us sleep. It's also where the production of DMT in the body, the spirit molecule, is. It's associated with altered states, if deep meditation, meditative altered states. You can also take DMT and sort of hack it that way, but it is, sort of native to the body to do that. And interestingly enough, Judith in her Chakra Yoga book says that really it's near or in the cave of Brahma, and Brahma is the creator god, right, in the Hindu triad. So it really is a seat of creation, and I think it has to do a lot with that point of visualization, of intuition, of illuminating new worlds in perhaps more of a mental, or definitely more of a mental, because it is in the head, way than the, creative force that's in chakra 2, the procreation way. Let's see what she says here. Certainly the eyes are associated with this, and we'll do some eye exercises in just on our next one. We'll start with those, and that really help in so many ways, and also help work the vagus nerve, the ventral branch of the vagus nerve. The color is indigo, and the seed sound is Om. Sorry, just got a message saying we're having technical difficulties. Just a moment. So Om is the seed sound, but I do SHUM. Forgotten what I've done. SHUM. The planets associated with this are Jupiter and Neptune. It has a watery quality to it. I associate it with Pisces in the Western zodiac, but really all water signs in the Western zodiac, because of the intuitive nature that they have, that they all share. And the corresponding verb is I see. I see. I love how the animal associated with it is an owl. The metal is silver, so that the silvery, watery watery thing. I love it. The lotus symbol is 2 white petals around a circle within which is a golden triangle pointing downward, containing the lingam and the seed sound Om. In the pericarp, the Shakti Hakini with 6 red faces and 6 arms, seated on a white lotus. Above her, a crescent moon, the Bindu dot of manifestation. So you've seen Hindu practitioners wear the Bindu dot. Shiva in the form of lightning flashes. So, so good. So Shakti Hakini, Parma Shiva, which is a form of Shiva, and Krishna are all associated. And then other pantheons, we have Tara, Isis, Iris, Morpheus, and Apollo. So it looks like this. Hopefully you can see that. Yes, see that? Here is, let's see, the pineal gland. So it is light versus sound. You know, we were just in chakra 5 doing sound, the importance of sound and the subtle vibration of sound. This is even more subtle than that. This is true perception. And again, even if you chant nothing but Om, so Om is, you know, such a powerful seed sound, right? It's associated with both 6th and 7th chakras. I think it's a great integrator of all, you know, all the chakras. And it's simple just to know Om, you know, just as a go-to for when, you know, like for me, I use it a lot during the day. If I get tired, I'll sit and chant Om. And I'll do that for like 10 minutes. And a new state, you know, kind of occurs with my being, right? And that is, it's calmer. Maybe I am tired. Maybe the truth is I do need to take a power nap, or maybe I just needed to kind of clear things out so that I could really see the truth behind what was going on. I think with each of these mantras, certainly Lam, Bum, Ram, Yum, Hum, Shum, Om, if you were to just use one of them, Om would be it. Excuse me. So there is this watery quality and a vision-oriented quality, and beyond that, she says something really amazing. Light travels the fastest of any elements discussed so far. Extreme wind, which may reach over 200 miles per hour, and even sound at 720 miles per hour are left far behind light at 186,000 miles per second. That's fast, right? The fastest known speed of any material phenomenon. Again, we step further out of the physical limitations of time and space with each new dimension, and the extreme speed of light distorts and transcends our very sense of time. It's also electromagnetic energy through the photon, though the photons are without mass. So photons, you know, are the light waves or particles. The photons are without mass. Light can induce an electric current upon striking metal, a phenomenon known as the photoelectric effect. So very, very powerful. And indigo is the color here, as I said. So what can you, I think what is great is when you start working with the Bija mantra chants, not chat. The resonant sound here is mm, mm. And if you close your eyes for just a minute and go mm, I feel that a lot in what I call kind of my cathedral, my brain cathedral, right? And so there can be a clearing of dullness there, and then you come in and stimulate it with SHUM or OM, whichever you prefer. We're going to do SHUM. I am so sorry. Excuse me. Clearly I needed this. You will, again, it is a subtle thing, but it can have amazing practical and spiritual impact in your life. And especially this one, I feel like I've really been able to perceive, like, right now world, and this is true, I think, since perhaps the beginning, at least, of modern times, probably before, right? The world can be a tricky place, but this helps me perceive beyond that, to see that there's always opportunity for love and growth, and seeing the beauty behind things. So certainly my mood can plummet from time to time, but just chanting Om or SHUM or all of them allows me to see the peace and beauty that's within me. And because what's within is without, right? There is that part of the universe. It's a huge part that is peace and love and awareness. So it's a big one. It's a good one and a big one. Let's see. It's associated with intuition, insight. How people can be quite insightful. Memory and dreams all have to do with the process of consciousness perceiving something. So, it goes beyond, I think, just the term understanding. But when you really perceive, you see kind of this, beyond the material world, I think. A spiritual element is involved in perception, in my mind. So that is Ajna. It is beautiful. We'll do something on Tuesday. If you haven't gotten Anodea's books yet, they're on Amazon. I highly recommend them. Go out and get them. And but if not, it's all over the web. And you can read about Chakra 6 and just start journaling about perceptions, because once you become aware of something, it's like when you go to buy a car and you're thinking about the car, then you start seeing the car everywhere, right? So think about your own perception of things and allow the possibility, be willing to allow the possibility that you do have extra sensory perceptions beyond just your senses, right? This is that sixth sense area. And it, as chakra 6 is the, each chakra has a masculine or, feminine quality. They have both. But I associate first, third, and fifth chakras as being more masculine in nature, that is more active, and 2, 4, and 6 as being more feminine in nature, this perception piece. And if you think about, the perception of women, the female intuition, where we just get those downloads that we don't know where they're from. Shh, come here, doggies. That's what chakra 6 does. So yay, the chakras. So thank you so much for being here. If you like what you're seeing, please do subscribe and hit that notification button. We're here most Tuesdays and Thursdays, and on Tuesday we're going to do the Bija mantra chant for this and the resonant sounds. So enjoy, keep chanting your fifth chakra, hum and resonant sounds there, and just notice if it's easier for you to communicate, always writing down what's happening, with each week, what you're starting at and what your week looks like when you finish. So, and I wish you a very, very good weekend, and thank you so much for being here. Namaste.